Hey everyone, welcome back to Sophisticated Trout Angling. Today we're going to be tying the black Peacock Caddis, which is a version of the Peacock Caddis dry fly that I really love to fish. I fish it a lot in the Catskills. It works great as an attractor or as an actual imitation, a little black caddis you're going to see around. Really fun fly to tie, so let's get into it. Let's start off with our black 70 denier Uni-thread. I've got a size 14 dry fly hook in the vise. Put a few touching wraps in about 2 hook eyes lengths back on the hook shank. Snip your tag end of the thread free and wrap the thread all the way back to the bend of the hook. Now you're going to take 2 strands of peacock herl and just break the tips off a little bit of the way back. Make sure the tips are nice and even and tie them in like so, taking touching wraps back to where we started our thread. Now you're just going to take touching wraps up the hook shank with the peacock herl and tie off your peacock herl and snip the excess free to use for a second fly. You can probably get about 2 flies out of that peacock herl. The peacock herl should not be all the way up to the hook eye. There should be enough space to tie in some elk hair. Take some black elk hair here and snip off a fairly ample but not too ample clump. I would pinch off about that much elk hair. Now what you're going to do is just pinch the tips and use your other hand to strip out any of those fuzzy or short fibers, and you can discard those. Now take the remaining elk hair and put it in your hair stacker and stack your elk hair. Remove from the stacker, keeping those tips even by pinching them with your fingers. And as you can see there's still some fuzz on there, so you're just going to pinch as much of that off as you can. Now measure a wing about to the bend of the hook. Pinch and take a wrap to secure the elk hair onto the fly, like so. Now you're going to snip the elk hair off at a bit of an angle, like that, and wrap it down to get it sort of a tapered length to the head. Now take an appropriately sized length of grizzly hackle and strip a few millimeters of fibers off the base and tie that in at the front of the fly, like so. Now you're going to take sort of touching wraps with that grizzly hackle. I usually do 4 or 5 wraps to really get a nice even spread. Once you're satisfied, tie off that grizzly hackle and snip that excess free. Make sure you're not going to be trapping any hackle fibers, and whip finish that fly. I like to clean up the head a little bit to make sure there are no extra fibers sticking out anywhere. Alright, there you have it. That is the black Peacock Caddis. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this instructional video helps you out in tying it. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.